We are ready for lesson 37, talking about the areas of combined polygons. And your objective is to find the area of combined polygons. Well, example 1 says find the area of this figure, okay? And it gives you the dimensions of it, and it's kind of a funny looking figure, okay? It's not like a rectangle or a square or a triangle or anything like that. So, to find this is like two polygons mashed into one. So we're going to break the polygon into smaller parts first. Alright? So what I mean by that is we need to decide how can we split this polygon up so it's two different polygons. Well, if I start at the top here and make a straight line down here, then I split this into a rectangle and a triangle. Alright? Then what we need to do is find any missing sides. Okay? Well, let's look at these two shapes kind of separately here. Here's my rectangle, and I know my rectangle is 4 centimeters by 6 centimeters. Okay? Because it is right here. 6 centimeters on top, 4 centimeters on the bottom. And I know that this whole side is 8 centimeters. Okay? So what I need to do is figure out my triangle's dimensions to find the area. I need to figure out what the base and the height are, because the area of a triangle is 1/2 of the base times the height. So I need to know what this side is and that side is. Well, if I look, this tall side here is the side of my rectangle also, so it's got to be the same as this over here. So my tall side has to be 4 centimeters. Then I need to find this little side right here. Okay? Well, if this whole side right here is 8 centimeters, okay, and we know that this much of the side is 6 centimeters right here, because it matches up with that rectangle, then I need to figure out what's left over here. Well, 6 centimeters plus 2 centimeters gives me 8 centimeters. So this side has to be 2. Alright, now I've got everything I need to know to find the area. Okay, I'm going to find the area of this rectangle. And then I'm going to find the area of this triangle. And if I add those areas together, that should give me the area of the whole thing. Okay, well, we know the formula for area of a rectangle. That's pretty easy. We're going to take area is the length times the width. So over here I'm going to take 4 times 6 and get 24. Then for the triangle, it's 1/2 of the base times the height. So I'm going to take 1/2 times the base, which is 2, times the height, which is 4. Okay? Well, half of 2, that's 1, times 4 is 4. So the area of my rectangle is 24, and the area of my triangle is 4. So to find the total area, I'm going to add them together. So I'm going to take the area of the rectangle plus the area of the triangle. Oops. So 24 plus 4 gives me an area of 28. And now I need my label, centimeters squared. So again, we broke our bigger shape into two smaller shapes that we know how to find the area of, rectangles and triangles. Find the area of the rectangle, find the area of the triangle, and then add them up. Alright, let's go on to another example. Alright, example 2 says use a calculator to estimate the area of this lot. Okay, so when it says use a calculator, you can feel free to go ahead and use a calculator on this. Well, again, my steps is first I need to break this shape up into two shapes or more shapes I know how to find the area of. And again, I'm going to go ahead and just draw a straight up and down line here and split that into a rectangle and a triangle. Okay? And I need to find the area of my rectangle, and I need to find the area of my triangle, and I'm going to add those together. Well, the area of the rectangle we know is length times width. So I'm going to draw my rectangle, and I know it's 100 feet by 60 feet. Okay? Well, then I've got a triangle here. Looks like this. Alright, and that's going to be a right triangle. So we need to know the base and the height. So I need to know this leg and that leg. Well, again, this leg right here matches up with the side of my rectangle, so I know that's 100 feet. But I don't know this side. Well, what I do know about my triangle is I know that this over here is 110 feet. Well, to find the missing side of a right triangle, we know a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay? Now again, what I would caution you on these is people have been having trouble with these is see if you know what c is. Okay, first, and plug that in. C is always the side that's across from the right angle, so that's this side over here. So I know that c is 110 squared. Then a and b don't matter. Okay, I don't know a, we'll say, and I know that b is 100. Alright? Well, a squared plus, I know that 100 times 100 is 10,000. And then 110 squared is 12,100. Well, to figure out what a is, or what a squared is, I need to subtract those two things. So I'm going to take 12,100 minus 10,000. That's going to give me 2,100. 2,100. So now, this is a tough problem, okay? You can see why they told us to use a calculator. Because I'm not sure what times itself equals 2,100. So I need to do the square root of 2,100. And the square root of 2,100 is, according to my calculator, 45.8257 something something something. So 45.8, we're going to round that, and we're going to say that A is just about 46. Okay? So that means this side here is 46 feet. Well, now let's go ahead and find our areas. Okay? Some of this we don't really need a calculator for. Like this, the area of a rectangle is 100 times 60. That's pretty easy mental math. That's 6 followed by 3 zeros. So the area is 6,000. And the area of the triangle is 1/2. Whoops. Let's go ahead and erase that. Make it in my blue for my triangle. Area of a triangle is, again, 1/2 of the base times the height. So our area is 1/2 of my base is this leg right here, 46, times my height, which is right here, straight up and down, it's 100. Okay? Well, half of 46, that's 23, times 100, and 23 times 100 is 2,300 for the triangle. Now to find the area of the whole shape, again, I'm going to take the area of the rectangle plus the area of the triangle. So I'm going to take 6,000 plus 2,300, and that gives me 8,300, and it should be feet squared with my label. So the only thing I really needed a calculator for was this part right here, so I'm not sure what the square root of 2,100 is. So it's about 8,300 feet squared. Okay, and let's go on to our last example.